Africa, we have the Cybercrimes Act, and the Cybercrimes Act is very clear. If you post something online that hurts someone's dignity, spreads hate, or if it's meant to harm reputation, that is a punishable offense. And the law is here to protect people from this harassment and hate speech. And we welcome, you know, we welcome this because it's so important for people to understand that if you are on social media, it is not just a free for all. You have to take responsibility for what you say about other people.
Do we have a problem? Could it be that this whole Cybercrimes Act is actually an attack on our freedom of speech? What you put out on the internet is your responsibility. Okay, if you're gonna bully someone online, that is your own shit. That is your own fault, because you're not supposed to be bullying people online. But I had a bad experience at a company, more than one company. No one talks about it. I talk about it because when I was trying to get assistance from the company, you ignored me. So then I go to the internet and I make noise about my experience. So now I put something out. Am I bullying them? I don't think so. What are you going to tell me, that I slandered the company? But I have evidence of your unprofessionalism and your failure to protect your employees. Could it be the Cybercrimes Act is actually for people to stop making noise about the problems that the government or companies don't want to fix? Look at that girl, Kelly Manus, okay, with that principal that flippin' was inappropriate with her, and she kind of lost her job and everything, and everyone went to support her at Symphony, that whole story. Look at that. Nobody was gonna help her. The principal is a perpetrator. His wife covers for him. The Western Cape Education Department wouldn't have done anything unless you make noise about a situation. Trying to put guidelines there on TikTok, YouTube, because you don't want us to pimp. You don't want us to reveal the truth about what is actually happening. Because sometimes something can look like it's a really good idea. Meanwhile, that is actually a cover for something more sinister. I'm somehow getting warm, bro. I'm somehow getting hot here. You know what? Let me give you the list, girl. So the Cyber Protection Act was speaking about dignity. We shouldn't even talk about the public hospital system, South African Police Service, crime, poverty. Why is the government not solving the poverty issue? What about their dignity? What about the fact that some people have studied hard and they can't find a job? Studied their asses off, traveled year in, year out to get your degree. You know what I'm saying? But you can't find a job. Where's the dignity? Where's the dignity for them? Because they are not having a fabulous time. What about their experiences at the workplace? What about the sexual exploitation that they experienced at the workplace? What about the unfair dismissal? What about the bullying in the workplace? What about the bad managers? What about managers that should not be in the management positions because they can't actually manage? What about the managers that are there because they've slept their way to the top and they think they've made it, and now they're bullying someone that's struggling, who's not willing to sell their bodies? Where's the dignity? But you want to protect these scum. We can't make noise about the scum. Okay, so this is why there's a Cyber Protection Act, to silence the truth. So who's standing up for those who So who's standing up for those who are oppressed? Who's standing up for those people? Because I made a video and I wanted to let it go viral. And I was actually sort of blocked in that because I can't spread the word. Because why? Who was the actual one that was being treated unfairly? Doesn't the company make millions on the daily? So why are you overworking your staff? How come the managers are not aware of the medical conditions? Because we're all out here trying to make a living. So why do some people feel as if they are more entitled? And what's up with this jealousy between people? Why can't you help each other to rise up together? Why must you step on someone else to get ahead? Why must you steal someone else's stuff so that you can get ahead? They have something that you don't. You need to steal that to prevent them from getting ahead. Why? Because you're jealous. You don't want to see people go ahead before you. For what? You're talking about this person because they're different than you. Imagine we're all the same. How boring is that? You like your long nails, you don't. There's nothing wrong with that. You prefer things that way, you don't. There's nothing wrong with that. You prefer that job instead of that one. There's nothing wrong with that. That job is more suited for you than that one. That's fine. You need to work less hours than that person. That's fine. So why do people feel the need to criticize other people? Because it doesn't fit into your category. And now the Cybercrime Act trying to silence us from preventing people from standing up for themselves against others. And then you wonder why people are acting crazy. It's because they're fed up. Oh, I just want Jesus to come already. We need to fix this problem because everyone is thinking of themselves. If the government is not doing right by the people and the government gets upset because the people are acting out, whose fault is it really? It's just like bad parenting. You spoil your child. You spoil your child. You don't discipline your child at all. Other people complain about your child, you get upset. No, my child didn't do that. My child would never. Oh, yeah. Classic, my bro. And then something happens and now people disagree. Now you make noise. Now they get upset because you're making noise. But you didn't discipline your child. You didn't put that person on their place, and now the people are acting out, but now you're blaming them for acting out. What about the fact that they are reacting to someone else's very bad behavior?